Hey guys, it's your boy Ken with Provectus Group. Welcome back. So excited. We're in the studio. We're talking about an extremely important topic, and that's the pros and cons of pistol red dots. Wanted to take one quick second to talk to you about today's video sponsor, and that's Big Daddy Unlimited. If you've never heard of them, they are a membership-based service. Basically, you pay a small amount of money every month, and in exchange, you get some of the lowest internet pricing, period. Some of the best pricing you're gonna find on the gear that we're already purchasing every day. So if you'd like to find out more information about Big Daddy Unlimited, check out the description below. And thank you so much, BDU, for supporting today's video. All right, guys, welcome back. Again, we really appreciate you watching these videos, but a ton of y'all are not subscribed. It's like 80–90% of you guys are watching the videos and you're not subscribed. So do us a favor. It means a ton. Hit the like button, it means a bunch. Subscribe, hit the post notifications. Just like to abbreviate it because it sounded cooler. Anyway, so let's get started. Today's video, extremely important, and it's the pros and cons of red dots on your pistol. I think this is an extremely important video because you need to know the pros and the cons so that you can make a good, educated business decision. And that's what this stuff is, especially when you're talking about buying an optic-ready pistol. Generally, you're gonna pay a little bit more for it, or you bought just a regular pistol, and then you sent it off and had it milled for a couple $100. This stuff can get expensive because after you've got the firearm, the pistol, then you gotta go and buy the red dot. They're usually between $300 and, I don't know, $700, just depends on what you pick. So this is extremely important. Okay, the first pro, and it is what we're seeing in our classes with our students, actual beta testing, bringing in people to actually test these red dots. We're testing the accuracy, and we're seeing an average of about a 25% increase in accuracy. And I know you're like, what the hell, Ken? What are you talking about? Because I'm not having to do as much work and it's much easier. Like literally, I'm just looking at the target. I put the red dot on top of the target, press the trigger. Because of that, it's so much easier to do. And I believe that that's going to be the #1 reason why we're seeing that increase in accuracy. Also to leave both eyes open, stuff like that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the #1 thing. You're going to be shooting a little bit more accurate. It's dope. All right. The second pro is we increase the effective range of the pistol. What the hell is effective range, Ken? Glad you asked. So, effective range is the distance at which you can shoot any firearm, pistol or a rifle, consistently accurate. So, with a red dot, I can go out 50 yards and 100 yards and hit the target very consistently. So, I have now effectively increased the effective range of this pistol. So, that's pro #2. Pro #3, it no longer requires shifting of the focal plane. What I mean by that, what I'm focused on. So why is that a pro? When you have a gun with iron sights and you bring that gun up, you're looking at the target already. Once you bring the gun up, you gotta shift your focus back to the iron sights. You have to do that so you can align those sights with themselves, and then you have to take those aligned sights and align it with the target. With a red dot, you don't have to do that anymore. You just stay target focused. Put the dot, boom, over the target and press the trigger. That's huge. It's less work, better accuracy. It's dope. Hell, you can stop watching the video now. That's all you need to know. But that's pro #3. Pro #4 is it requires less processes of the brain. The brain has to do less work. If I'm carrying this gun for self-defense, I don't want to be focused on the gun. In that kind of situation, I want to be focused on the environment around me. The environment is what's important. So by me switching to this dot, I have to do less work in the brain because I have to do less work regarding the pistol itself, shifting my eyes and focusing on sights and aligning crap. Now I can focus on the world at hand. And when we're talking about when our life is on the line, I don't know anything that can be a little bit more important than that. So it's a pretty good damn pro. Pro #5, you can leave both damn eyes open. This is huge. We work with tons of shooters every year. This dot, stay focused on the target. Bring that bad boy up. There's my dot. Put it on top of the target. press the shot, I leave both eyes open. This is a huge This is a huge pro because now with both eyes open, the average person has about 210 degrees field of view. That's a big deal. One eye is about 105 to 110 degrees of field of view. So when I'm shutting an eye, I'm cutting off a decent amount of my field of view. In an emergency situation, in a situation where my family's life is on the line, I want to see everything that I can. That's pro number 5. Pro number 6, situational spatial awareness. Because I've got both of my eyes open now with this red dot, it's pretty dope. Now I can be extremely aware of what's going on. Think about it, CQB environments, things like that, our house, gas station, you know, when there's stuff around us and we're having to negotiate things around us, that's CQB, okay? And it's extremely important that we have good spatial awareness, that we have good situational awareness. You know, how many bad guys do I have? Is it just 1, 3? With the red dot, I've got both my eyes open, I've got situational awareness, or at least the ability to have good situational awareness and good spatial awareness. That's your next pro. Pro number 7, having a red dot on your pistol makes it a lot easier for people who have bad vision, like seriously bad vision. And most people, when their vision is going out, they can't see things up close, right? So for me, when I present the gun and I'm presented out here, I'm at about 22 inches from my eyeball to the sights, my front sight, about 22-ish inches. For somebody who has problems with seeing things up close, they probably can't even focus on the front sight. So they're gonna have their spectacles, right, in order to effectively shoot iron sights like they're supposed to. So with that dot, baby, let me turn this down, actually, this thing kind of bright. With the dot, look at the target, put the dot over the target, and have some fun. That's pro number 7. Pro number 8 is low light and no light situations. It's awesome. Hey, I'm a huge proponent of night sights and having tritium in your irons. It's a big deal, but it does not compare to seeing a red dot in a low light and nighttime situation. It's like, boom, here I am, shoot. Pro number 9, red dots on your pistol are an amazing training tool. Biggest reason. You don't know or realize how much you move with this pistol in your hand until you put a red dot on it. It's wonderful because it really gives you a very precise amount of visual feedback. And when we're talking about learning and the learning process and how we learn as human beings and also adult learners, which is a little bit different than how we learn when we're babies and kids in school, that visual feedback is extremely important because visually now, because for most of us, we take in the most amount of what we learn through these eye holes. Now I can go, man, I need to relax a little bit. What am I doing that's contributing to this movement of the dot? Now, will you be able to get it to stop completely? Hell no. But it's an amazing tool as far as visual feedback is concerned. That's your next pro. Fast sight acquisition and fast target acquisition. So when I say fast sight acquisition, when you come up, the dot is there because I can stay target focused. That is extremely important. Being able to stay target focused is huge. That's what the body's going to do anyway. You need to go watch the number 1 reason why you need to have a red dot on your pistol. It's the bomb. Very popular video. People are loving it. Anyway, let me get back to it. So because I'm able to stay target focused and I'm not having to shift my focal length or my focus back to these iron sights, I can pick up on my dot sooner because I have less stuff to do. Like, that should make sense. Also too, fast target acquisition, if I'm shifting from target to target, I'm doing multiple target engagement and things like that, it's so much easier. I can just see the dot. Like, I can stay on the dot actually if I wanted to, which is amazing. Like, I see the target, I'm on the target, the dot's still in the window. It's so much easier. Like, I'm not having to worry about are the sights aligned because I got this huge dot in the window. It's an amazing thing. Dot is easy to track, meaning as the gun is recoiled, you bring the gun up, you're going boom, boom, boom. Gun is in recoil, slides moving, all these things are happening. It's much easier to track a red dot because it's so big. Even when you see just a little blur of the dot because the slide is reciprocating, the muzzle's rising and coming back towards you. Again, when it's on the target, press the shot. It can help reduce overconfirmation. And I'm talking specifically about iron sights right now. So you present the gun, you're aligning your sights, they're aligned. Now I take those aligned sights, they're aligned with the target. All of us subconsciously do this. We do all that and then we're like, okay, is it perfect? Is it perfectly aligned? Is the front sight directly over where I want the bullet to go? Am I focused on the front sight properly? Is the rear sight blurry? Is the target just a little bit blurry? All these different things. We're sitting there over confirming it. So what happens with the newer shooters is that as they're sitting there over confirming these sights that are already aligned, they're just sitting there like, oh God, it's gotta be perfect. Oh gosh, it's crazy. Their anxiety is going, ooh, also increasing the likelihood that they're going to go anticipate, flinch, whatever you want to call it. Bang. With the red dot, what's dope about it? Look at the target. It's this simple. Look at the target, present the gun, put the dot over the target, press trigger. So let's transition to the cons. Those were the pros. Here's the cons. First one, the dot characteristics as far as what it's doing in the window can vastly be influenced by the pistol that it's on and the shooter's ability. This is what I mean. Your larger guns, so like this one right here is the 5-inch Performance Center M&P 2.0. That's the Performance Center version. It competes with like the Glock 34 and stuff like that. Slides moving a little bit slower. It's gonna be much easier to keep that dot in this window, right, as I'm shooting under recoil, versus say the P365 XL, got the Holosun 507K, lighter slide, shorter slide, it's gonna be reciprocating a lot faster. But the other thing too is it's less available grip. The less grip that I have available, the less real estate, it's gonna be a little bit harder to hang on to it. So it's gonna be a little bit harder to keep that dot in the window. The other thing, so those are the physical characteristics as far as the gun is concerned, but then also you have to look at the shooter and the shooter's ability. And a more advanced shooter who's very, very good at managing recoil and stuff like that, they're gonna be able to keep that dot in the window much, much easier. Now, don't let any of this deter you, but it can be a con. Con number 2, they're battery powered. That means they can go dead, and they will go dead. But that's why I only use red dots that have a claimed 50,000 hour battery life, 5.7 years. It's a big deal. Understand that when they make these claims, the majority of them, say if there's 10 settings, brightness settings, that's at brightness setting number 4. Brightness setting number 4 is only good maybe in pitch black darkness. So you're gonna have to turn this bad boy up to live a normal person's life. That's kind of funny. Anyway, hope you guys kind of laughed about that. I'm horrible at jokes. But you're gonna have to crank that bad boy up to like setting number 7. Maybe even setting number 8. It's gonna drastically reduce the battery time. So the day after my birthday, I have a reminder set in my phone that says, change the damn battery, homie. And I do that. And then I never have to worry about it. So there's con number 2. Con number 3, you can break the damn glass. If the glass breaks, yeah, that's gonna present a problem. I have broken the glass on a couple of them before, and I was still able to acquire the dot and shoot it. That's a training thing, but if the glass breaks and if it breaks completely and falls out, you don't have a dot at all. But then that's also why you have iron sights. And if you come to our class, our Red Dot Pistol 1 class, we teach you how to shoot this dot without any dot or any iron sights. Number 4, it does require maintenance. When you compare it to iron sights, you don't really have to do anything with iron sights. You know, maybe wipe them off, maybe. With red dots, they require maintenance. And what I'm talking about is swapping of the battery. Depending on the brand you pick is gonna depend on how much maintenance you're gonna have. Like the Trijicon SRO, like this one, it's got a top mounted battery tray. So you can unscrew this and swap the battery without having to dismount the optic. Con number 4. Con number 5, it could lose its zero. Okay, there's 2 things that can cause it to lose its zero. Internal electrical failure, or external, the actual sight itself has shifted on the gun. The screws have come loose and now it's shifted on the gun. So that's why, like on this 507K here, I don't know if you can see them, but right here you see I put these little lines, white lines with a grease pen, and I'm able to easily, I drag it across the screw, and then I drag it also onto the optic body so that I can visually see. It's a part of my daily inspection, which we're gonna do a video on that, my everyday routine before I leave the house. When I do my daily inspection, I'm looking at the screws to see if the screws have come loose. Con number 6, they can fog up, okay? If they fog up, you're not gonna be able to see if you live in a humid climate like I do. Uh-oh. Hello, let's see. Wanted to thank you guys so much for tuning in. For more content and shenanigans, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or on our website, provectusgroup.org. And since I know you guys are so awesome, hit that damn subscribe and like button. Love you guys and see you next time.